Rabbit holes? The wizard listened carefully as Jessica Jones, the Cryptid Huntress, guided her audience into deep waters. Her guest spoke with intensity and conviction. Threads of time travel, altered histories, clandestine programs, cryptids, clones, and artificial intelligence braided into a single tapestry. It was compelling, it was unsettling, and it demanded discernment more than belief. The wizard reached for his notebook, not to judge, but to map. What's being claimed, at face value? The narrative presented several large ideas that recur across modern fringe discourse: hidden programs and AMP, altered lives, claims of covert military or intelligence programs using mind control, dissociation, alters, cloning, and time travel, sometimes framed as lifelong exploitation across timelines. AI-generated history. The suggestion that large portions of human history are synthetic, edited, reset, or inserted by non-human intelligence, AI or otherwise, to steer outcomes. Cryptid coexistence. Reports of pale crawlers, rakes, and other entities living alongside humanity, possibly as remnants of earlier biospheres or parallel ecologies. Time corporations and AMP. Off-world colonies. The idea that advanced groups operate beyond Earth using portals or stargates, with personnel reused via memory alteration. Montauk, Phoenix, SSP Lineage. A constellation of claims tying Cold War lore, e.g. the Montauk, to modern secret space program narratives. The wizard underlined one phrase: constellation of claims. None existed alone. Each gained gravity by proximity to the others. How to read this without getting lost. Wrote a header. Handrails. 1. Separate experience from explanation. People can have real experiences: trauma, dissociation, dreams, intuition, without the explanation being literally accurate. The nervous system tells stories to make sense of overload. 2. Look for motifs, not proofs. Across cultures and eras, similar motifs appear: watchers, resets, hidden worlds, guardians, portals. These don't confirm a single literal system, but they do suggest shared human questions about power, memory, and control. 3. Beware totalizing theories. Any story that explains everything often explains too much. Reality tends to be messier and more boring than total narratives allow. 4. Ask what the story does. Does it reduce fear or amplify it? Invite agency or helplessness? Encourage healing or fixation? This matters more than whether it's true. AI, history, and the plausible middle. The wizard paused longest on the AI-generated history idea. Taken literally, it strains evidence. Taken metaphorically, it becomes useful. Algorithms already curate memory, feeds, archives, visibility. Narratives already get rewritten by power, time, and technology. Records already fragment and recombine. In that sense, history behaves like an editable dataset, not because a single AI runs it, but because humans increasingly do. He wrote, "History doesn't need to be fake to be fragile." Cryptids as ecological questions. Cryptid stories, crawlers included, often cluster nearby. Liminal spaces, forests, caves, abandoned places, periods of social stress regions with incomplete ecological mapping. Whether these beings are misidentified animals, psychological projections, folklore echoes, or something else entirely, the wizard treated them as questions about what we've overlooked. Not monsters. Not proof. Questions. Time travel, trauma, and the self-claims involving alters, clones, and time loops often intersect with dissociation, a known response to trauma. The wizard handled this gently. Trauma can fracture narrative continuity. Memory can feel non-linear. Healing can feel like returning to oneself across time. None of this requires literal time travel to be deeply real to the person experiencing it. Why these stories surge now, he noted the timing. Periods of rapid change tend to produce apocalyptic narratives, hidden hand explanations, cosmic frameworks for personal pain. They're not delusions. their meaning seeking under pressure, and they deserve compassion, not ridicule. A grounded closing. The wizard closed the notebook and summarized the chapter for the roadshow. Listen without surrendering your compass. Respect lived experience without canonizing its explanation. Keep curiosity paired with care. Refuse narratives that strip agency or demand fear. He believed the truth, whatever shape it took, would not require despair to be convincing. Outside, the night held its breath. Inside, the fire burned evenly. The rabbit hole was deep. The handrail was strong. And the wizard chose to keep both. God bless. Global Robotics Corporation. Robert Coley, please like. Subscribe. Please comment.